Good evening. Merry Christmas. Blue Ridge Nerd Network here. I'm Dom and he's Luke.
And tonight we have a special Christmas episode for you. But first, some news. First up on the news docket, and this is really just interesting to me, so I picked it. Ooh, did the camera just move?
A little bit.
Nope. This is really just interesting to me, but The Mandalorian, some new info has come out about Nick Nolte's part in Jon Favreau's TV series. Nick Nolte is apparently going to be playing an Ugnaught. Are you familiar with Ugnaughts?
I'm not familiar with Ugnaughts.
So in Empire Strikes Back, when they're on Cloud City, you see these little pig-nosed people messing with C-3PO.
Okay.
That's an Ugnaught.
Okay.
Apparently Nick Nolte is playing one of those. So I was thinking they wouldn't even need a prosthetic. Have you seen the man?
I have.
But apparently what they're doing, Nick Nolte's already recorded all his lines. And what they're going to do is have an actress wear a prosthetic mask that mimics his facial and mouth movements.
Okay.
It's said to match his inflection perfectly. And people who have seen the mask in action say that it is uncannily good.
I'm very intrigued to see how that works out.
I like the fact that it's a practical effect.
Yes, that movies and shows don't do that enough anymore with practical effects. They rely too heavy on CGI.
No, for sure. Superman's mustache.
Yeah, I'll call back to that every stream.
I mean, there's a reason for it.
There is a reason for it.
So a little bit about this mask. It was designed by Stan Winston, which I looked into this because I didn't know how good this practical effect could be. But Stan Winston won 3 Academy Awards, actually won several, but he won 3 notably for Jurassic Park. He was the guy who did the animatronics on the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Terminator 2, he oversaw the practical effects for the liquid metal monster man.
One of the few movies that have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. And Aliens.
Okay.
So
great practical effects, all those movies. So
I don't see how this could go wrong.
I feel like it's in pretty good hands then.
I would hope so. Here's the thing.
Okay.
He died in 2008.
Nick Nolte?
No, Stan Winston.
Oh, really?
So apparently either this is a legacy, something that he has, designed or maybe even built 10 years ago. But the source that I had said designed by Stan Winston. So I can assume maybe it was his idea then, and now somebody has brought it to life.
Okay.
But
I guess he didn't get the patent for it. Or maybe he has a company. I don't know.
But that's something that I am very excited for.
I love seeing practical effects in movies these days.
Of course, especially in Star Wars.
Yes.
I'm a big Star Wars
away from that way too much. And some other news. Over in the land of the rising sun, Dragon Ball Super Broly movie made its debut over the weekend.
Oh.
And with only being streamed onto 467 theaters, it reached over $9 million.
Good Lord.
Topping out at $10 million on Monday morning. Now that beats its previous franchise record of 8.1 for Resurrection F back in 2016, I believe. It's very hyped movie. I don't know if you've seen any of the previews or anything.
I've not. I've kind of tried to stay away from it because I know we plan to go see it.
Yes.
And I'm going to try a thing in 2019 where I don't watch movie trailers
really
as much as possible. I'm going to watch the ones with you, obviously.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to see some in theaters, but I'm going to try to avoid as many as I can to keep spoilers from happening.
Yes, and that is one problem with a lot of movies. And that's actually one of the problems with the Super trailers. They did release too much information in trailers, I felt.
No, I don't want to see it then.
But there's a lot of hype surrounding this movie, and it has a January 16th release date for the Americas and the UK.
Okay.
You can find out where it is being shown at DragonBallSuperOfficial.com. Type in your zip code and show the nearest theater that's showing the movie at.
I assume we're going to have to travel a bit to find it.
Well, I checked Christiansburg and Blacksburg were the ones that are showing. Wow. Hello there, Matt. Thank you for joining us tonight. Dude. What next do you have on the docket here?
My next one on the docket is the Will Smith genie
Oh,
photo.
I was looking forward to this conversation.
I am. I'm. At first, I was concerned. You told me something before we went live that
Yes, it
that
is.
that brought.
You revealed
That
that, and
calmed me
I'll
down.
reveal what I just found out literally seconds before we went live.
So they leaked a photo. A magazine cover. I think
Entertainment
it was
Weekly.
Entertainment Weekly. Has the leads from the new live-action Aladdin film that's set to come out in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
It has the fella playing Aladdin and the chick playing Jasmine, whose names I don't know. I'm sorry. And it has Genie on it, who is played by Will Smith.
Which I kind of look forward to with the announcement, very beginning.
I'm certainly curious.
Yeah,
Curious to say the least. But in the photo, he kind of looks like Sinbad from that movie that we all don't remember.
To me, he looked like a combination of Sinbad meets Kazam.
Yeah.
Yes, it's pretty much what it looked like to me. But the information that was found out before we went live was Will Smith had actually tweeted to a fans mentioning that, yes, that is what I look like. But trust me, that's just my human form, and I will be blue most of the time and all CGI.
That's what brought me hope.
Thank you, Matt. Naomi Scott is Jasmine.
Oh, Mina Masood
is Aladdin.
And Marwan Kenzari?
There's actually been some things about Jafar as well. Apparently, there's a lot of people that think Jafar is hot.
I mean, I thought animated Jafar was hot. Maybe that's me.
That explains a lot about you. In other news, actually taking place in Japan, or not Japan, but China, Aquaman released over the weekend. Bringing in $93 million over a 3-day span.
Wow.
That is $3 million more than Wonder Woman's entire run, and during its entire run, and it surpassed Captain America as well. Captain America Civil War for opening weekend in China. Wow. It hits theaters December 21st. I believe we have plans to do a review on it as well.
Yep.
It's expected to have a $65 million release here in the Americas.
I feel like that might be, I don't know. I feel like that might be a little low.
I feel like it. They set if you set the bar low, it's easier to surpass it.
That's true. That's true.
It's very true. And with the DC Extended Universe, you kind of need all the gap you need.
Yeah.
If your two lowest movies are Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad set at 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, you need some gap room. You need some gap room.
You might need to set the bar low.
Also, to whom it may concern.
Ooh, this concerns me.
January 9th, Solo comes to Netflix. I've personally not seen the movie, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I know you've seen Solo in theaters, correct?
I did. I saw it 3 times in theaters.
3 times?
I believe so.
I did not.
It was at least twice. I think it was 3.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think I think that what's his face, the guy who played Han Solo. What's his face? I feel like he did a great job playing Han Solo. He embodied the character well, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
They made some interesting choices in it, but I enjoyed the movie a lot. And the lesson that Han learns at the end, which if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I like that part especially because Han shot first.
Han shot first.
No spoiler. Yeah, Matt's got it.
Han always shoots first.
He needs to.
That's why we have Ben Solo. If anyone got that joke. Also, sticking with some DC news, Amy Adams had recently
I heard about
some
this
speculation that she might not be returning to her role as Lois Lane. She went on to Den of Geek to clarify when she was asked. She said, "We have not had any official talks to Warner Bros. That is, and nothing going on, nothing slated for her to be filmed. I think quite possibly this is kind of like what they did with Pepper Potts in the MCU for a little bit.
Yeah.
She just wasn't necessary to the story or the filming, so why really need her?
Why ride him a paycheck?
Exactly. If you don't need them, why pay them?
Yeah. I think of that all the time. Does this hat look stupid?
No, it looks good.
I feel like I got some kind of flat bill thing going on in the front here.
It does seem off-centered.
Right, my ears are crooked. What's going on here?
Maybe we're crooked.
Probably.
Definitely crooked. Yeah. Anything else you have to add?
That's it for the news for me. It was a pretty quiet week.
It was. We will not be able to screen share this week.
Oh yeah, we're not going to attempt that again.
But Men in Black International got its trailer released literally 12 hours ago.
Yes, I've not watched that one.
On Wednesday, Hellboy with
what's his face?
Oh my gosh, his last name's Harbour.
David Harbour.
David Harbour as Hellboy in his reboot. I've heard a lot of good things. He's seen it. I have not seen it personally.
I legitimately had to ask myself if that was Ron Perlman at one point.
Really? That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Because I was a big personal fan of Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Especially in Hellboy 1. He did such a great job.
Oh, and the first Hellboy had such good practical effects. There we are with that again.
Yes.
I mean, when you watch it now, it has flaws. Every movie has flaws. But
yes.
Still an enjoyable film.
I've seen a lot worse, that's for sure. A lot have failed.
I've seen Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, I've seen Suicide Squad. So we're going to jump right into one of the main topics of our stream today. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
We're going to do our best to keep this spoiler free.
As like we said, our best.
Our best.
So you have been warned, just so you know.
If we let slip and tell you about how Batman shows up at the end and kills everybody, don't get mad.
He doesn't, just so you know. I have a few. I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. I love the movie. Great movie.
Deserves that 97. It's got
97 on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.8 on IMDb. They got it right with this movie.
For sure.
Hands down, one of the best Spider-Man movies. I know it's an animated movie. A lot of people give it flack and stuff because it's an animated movie.
No.
It doesn't count. It's not a true movie. No.
It definitely counts.
It lived up to the hype and then stepped beyond it.
100%. I think, now granted, it's been a while since I've seen any feature-length animated comic book movies.
Yeah.
Probably the only ones I remember are the old Justice League movies.
Which those are really good.
They were.
The
They were
DC
fantastic.
animated universe actually is one of the best universes.
I've seen The Killing Joke, and honestly,
Mhm.
that is one of the weaker of
It
the
is.
feature-length films.
One of my personal favorites was Flashpoint.
Flashpoint, that one is enjoyable.
But this is about Spider-Verse.
This Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think is the best animated comic book hero movie ever.
That is a very bold statement.
It is, but I think it deserves it.
That's a very bold statement. We could probably do a whole comparison video.
Oh
on
man,
that.
but
Look forward to that content.
yeah, we're gonna go Spider-Man crazy.
Not too crazy.
Hmm.
Spider-Man might get to the point where it's like Star Wars. You just get tired of it for a while.
Yeah.
You know, with all the
Well,
reboots
some
and
people
whatnot.
get tired of it.
It's very true.
Some people have a collage of Star Wars posters on their wall in their living room.
I wonder who that could be. Another thing I like is the choice of animation style that they had.
I like that it, and this is semi-spoilery, but I like that it changed.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it felt like you were in each Spider-Man's comic book.
Mm-hmm. There is a transition period because, spoiler alert, there's multiple Spider-Man.
I think we knew that.
Yes.
If you didn't know that, do your homework.
And each Spider-Man, Spider-Person, you say, because there's a person and a female and a pig. Each one has their own different style, and it's truly great how they was able to mesh all of it together and still seem so fluid. I really liked Spider-Man Noir's dark tone.
I like
throughout
that. I like that.
The black and white. The cartoonish styling of Peter Porker as Spider-Ham.
Yeah,
Great. John Mulaney did a great job.
I think so as well.
Also, if you didn't know, Nicolas Cage voiced Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, old Nick Cage.
Benny Parker is
Penny.
My bad. Penny. She is a Japanese style futuristic with a giant spider robot thing. It's pretty cool.
Think Diva if you need a reference.
Okay. I'm trying to think who else was there. Of course, you had the long-awaited arrival of Miles Morales. Now, a lot of people want to see Miles Morales in the MCU.
I would like to see that too.
I would not have been opposed to that. But as you've seen, when you watch the movie, that they do a very good job at showcasing all the Spider-Man's talents and whatnot.
Oh, for sure. I think so. I like that every one of them gets to do a little something throughout the film.
Mm-hmm.
That really,
they each showed what really made them special.
Yeah, and they're all Spider-Man at the end.
Yes, they are. Proven again. One of the biggest things I liked about the movie was the soundtrack.
Totes.
The soundtrack was great.
We're ordering him a hard copy as soon as the stream is over.
Amazon Prime, got to use it while you got it, right?
That's it. I've got it on Spotify. I've already been through it twice today alone.
Wow.
And it's phenomenal. I started it as soon as I got up this morning, listened to it the whole time I was taking a shower, getting ready and everything, and now I listen to it on the way to work, on the way home. I had to cut it off before we started this, actually.
Yeah, I look forward to having a hard copy of my CD. Great. I wish I knew some of the songs off the top of my head.
The only one that I know the name of, well, the final track on the album is called Home, and that's the end credit music.
Okay.
But one of the Elevate is the name of the song. I could not tell you who it's by. I think Lil Wayne's name might have been on that one. I don't pay attention. But Elevate was the name of the song, and that was one of the fight scenes in the film, and that was spectacular.
Yes. Actually, going back to the animation style, I like that each universe, because you do see a little bit of the universes that they came from, because with their backstories, because each one gets a backstory segment, which I think they do a great job.
It's how they introduce the characters, and I like as soon as I realized what they were going for with the character introductions, I was just thinking, DC, eat your freaking heart out. And even Marvel could probably learn something from that, because they introduced 6 completely different characters. Granted, they were all Spider-Men.
Yes,
and
all
women.
different origins,
different
different
universes, different art styles. They introduced it all to you, and it made perfect sense.
Yes. God, there's so many great things in this movie. Nicolas Cage as Noir. So it was a great casting. Almost remedies the Ghost Rider films. Almost. Didn't say did. Almost. The way they portrayed Miles Morales' origin story, like he was the only one that didn't officially have his origin story until the end of the movie.
Yeah,
because the movie is generally about him.
It's kind of how he becomes.
It's his
Spider-Man,
his coming of age. Movie. So many Easter eggs.
A bunch. So many that I didn't even see. I probably saw 4 compared to his 1,000.
I've seen so many that at one time on one screen, when they're showing the different universes and stuff, they're showing the numbers of the universe that they are, like 616, which is the standard Marvel comic book universe, which where all the main storylines take place. Each one of the Spider-Man people that come from have their set number that are actually hold true to their comic book origins, which is pretty cool. The original Peter Parker in it, we agreed that it has to be Tobey Maguire's.
Oh, for sure. So they reference Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3
They did
very heavily.
very, very heavily.
Very.
Very easily done as well.
Oh yeah.
Subtle in a way, but if true fans would easily have noticed. There's 2 Peter Parkers in the movie. Not saying anything more about that. The original, because you can obviously just by the actions you can tell it was Sam Raimi's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And yes. Spoiler free, so I won't say more. But yes.
That's probably the hardest part right now.
I know.
Keep it spoiler free.
We watched it together, and we didn't want to talk about it.
Yes, because it's the whole point of us doing this right here.
And granted, we both knew we loved it. But
yes, because we went with other people seeing it, and it was pretty unanimous. It was a great movie.
All 5 people in that theater were stoked when they left.
Yes,
guaranteed.
Also, Tuesday nights are a great time to go see a movie,
especially
if you want it by yourself,
right?
Well,
what
do you think of the post-credit scene?
Okay,
the post-credit scene.
The post-credit scene to me is very self-aware, and I enjoyed that a lot.
Yes, Sony has become self-aware of everything that they've been doing.
That's the thing, man. Like, and in the comics, Spider-Man and Deadpool are
BFFs.
BFFs.
Yes.
So it only makes sense that Peter Parker is at least a little bit like
breaks the fourth wall quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
I'd say there's at least 10 in the. I'd say there's at least 10 in the first 5 minutes. Fourth wall breaks.
Well, if you count the character introductions, then yes.
I think that would be considered a fourth wall break.
I think so.
Yeah, I would say so. And honestly, I left this for last on my bullets.
Oh yeah, this is the one didn't want you to forget this one.
Stan Lee's cameo in the movie comes at a very, very pivotal time in the movie.
It does.
I'm actually getting a little emotional thinking about it right now.
I thought I was going to have to hand him a tissue in the theater.
It's very touching, and it goes along so well with what we just went through with his death.
I almost wonder, like, with this cameo, it felt like they knew it was going to be his last cameo almost.
Kind of, but we knew he was going to be returning for Infinity War sequel, Endgame.
Oh, he's in.
He does have an Endgame cameo.
Okay.
Captain America or Captain Marvel, my bad, and Far, Far Away, the other Spider-Man movie that comes out in 2019.
Wow! So they all have Stan Lee cameos?
They do. They all have been confirmed for Stan Lee cameos, but this one is definitely the most touching.
It's
especially since we just lost the legend himself.
Yeah, agreed. Speaking of the art style, going back to that.
Yes.
I almost had to fight a guy at work.
Really? Do explain.
Guy I work with. I was talking with another coworker about it. We were, man, I love the art style. I love how they switch with the different universes and they throw a little they treat it like a comic book. So
yes,
there's a part where they're swinging, and in the comics, whenever Spider-Man swings, the whip, flip, and it actually said that on screen every time they would.
There's a lot of comic book. It was actually, what was the association that it was? It was Comic Book Association approved.
Yes, which is apparently like an old rule set that they used to have to follow.
Think of it as like the pirate guidelines from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's more of a guideline than a rule book.
Here you go. But yeah, and this guy at work was like, no, the art is what made me hate it. It was too cartoony. I was like, what?
There was even moments of internal monologues, thought bubbles appearing.
Thought bubbles.
That was very interesting.
Very comic booky though, and I loved every second of it.
It was a live action comic book.
Yep.
The best way to put it.
Yep.
Without it being a live action comic book.
Yeah, right. No, it was good, and I would fight somebody over it at this point.
Yes. Did they still like the movie though?
No.
Of that. Really?
No, I don't know that they had seen it. I think they were going off the trailers, which what can you do? But yeah, apparently he didn't like it at all. Yeah,
I'd like to sit down and talk to this guy.
I have the power to fire him, so he might not be around long.
Oh, well, don't. With great power comes great responsibility. Hey. I was hoping to get something like that in on this topic.
There you go. Glad I set you up for it.
Yes, thank you for that. Any other thoughts on Spider-Man?
No, nothing that I can say without spoiling the film.
And that's probably the hardest part because we could literally have a conversation for about 2 hours just to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
On everything in the movie.
We're toying with the idea of making a video about it and just letting it all out.
Probably within 2 weeks.
Yeah,
maybe.
But
we'll have to let the timeline.
We'll see what happens.
See what we can do.
It would be our first attempt at an actual video, so
yes,
we'll see.
Milestone.
I kind of wish I had these ears in real life. I feel like my ears don't accentuate my head enough sometimes.
I plan on wearing this to work on Saturday. How about you?
I'm definitely gonna wear it New Year's Eve. That too, Christmas Eve.
Yes, because you got to bring a little bit of holiday cheer.
Oh yeah.
Also, speaking of holiday cheer, I don't know if you noticed in the movie, but it kind of took place in winterish time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seemed cold. It seemed like it was this time of year.
It wasn't Christmassy, but it was definitely set during the winter months. I would say in New York.
He was in school, so I would say it's definitely fall semester of school at least.
Mm-hmm. So much to be said.
Oh man.
Don't want to spoil anything. If you know the original origin stories of Miles Morales, it stays very true to the comics. I will say that. There is a lot that I'm just trying not to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna look something up just because I don't know one of the characters' names, but I won't necessarily. Well, I can probably say that out loud.
Yes.
What was his alter ego called?
Prowler.
Prowler. Is that a canon character? I've never heard of that before. Okay.
Yes, it is. He technically has a canon presence in the MCU.
Oh.
Yes. Not saying anything more because it pertained to this movie.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. We got to keep telling ourselves that.
Is it a spoiler if I say that the Gwen Stacy haircut really worked for me on cartoon Gwen Stacy?
Rule 34.
Let's just say my search browser history had to be cleared at night.
I hope no one gets a virus watching this. The show. Sorry, we have a video up right now of Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah,
did a great job not revealing in the trailer its main plot story.
Oh, for sure.
And the main plot is very good. Brings together a lot of the known Spider-Man villains, also giving a fresh take on a couple of them.
Oh yeah, fresh take on a couple of
them. Animation style was chosen different for each of the villains as well.
I did like that.
Kingpin was probably one of my favorites. I definitely felt like the Kingpin in this had some kind of connection to the Daredevil Netflix series. Kinda. Okay. I know Vanessa was in there. Yeah, honestly, he's probably one of the main villains in the movie.
Kingpin?
Yes.
I would argue that he is the main villain.
Mm-hmm. Not trying to spoil too much.
Stop listening at any time, but please don't stop listening.
Yes. Just keep watching. Don't listen. Honestly, if you weren't watching us stream right now, I would say leave and go watch it right now.
For real.
It's a great movie. 97% of Rotten Tomatoes, 8.8 IMDb.
IMDb, Internet Movie Database,
and Blue Ridge Nerd Network approved.
Gets our seal of approval.
Should we coin that? I think we should coin that.
We need to get that patented.
Oh yes. And now, for the whole reason of the hats and the lights today, it's Christmas time. Is it Christmas yet?
It's almost here.
What is our countdown to? We are officially 5 days,
from
away. The big day.
The big day.
The big day. The big man himself is preparing up north. We're preparing down here in Southwest Virginia.
Heck yeah.
At this time, we did make a agreement to do a live gift exchange. Let's go ahead and get that under the way before we break down our top 5 personal favorite Christmas movies.
This part I'm excited. Not the gift. The gift I'm excited for, of course.
Yes.
But the top 5 movies, I have a feeling that both of us have some movies on our list that are going to surprise people.
I feel like I have some on my list that people would agree with. But we'll have to wait and see. But let's go ahead and do this first.
Got it.
All right. So
this bag says to Luke from Dad.
Aww.
But we're just going to pretend that sticker's not there for now.
And we're going to pretend that's not a Walmart bag covering the top of your gift.
I at least had real paper.
I forgot mine at home. I was walking out.
If we didn't record this at my place, I wouldn't have it either.
You go first.
Okay. Ooh. It's a Walmart bag. We got, a bag of crispy M&Ms.
His favorite.
Much thank. How did you know those were my favorite?
Because of the box you bought that one day.
Oh, so we had them on closeout at Food Lion, and they were like 60 cents a bag, I think. Maybe even less. They were like 23 cents a bag. And I bought a whole case.
Bought the whole case.
So good.
Tried to order another one in just so you could buy it at the same price.
Wouldn't show up. And a
That's
Darth Vader Christmas tree ornament. So we don't have any ornaments on our Christmas tree right now.
Yes. So
first ornament.
Fun fact about that: I actually bought 2, just so I could have one on my tree.
That's cool.
Yes, I thought
that's cool. Thank you, Dom.
You are very welcome. I do plan on we need to put that on your tree.
Oh yeah, that's going on the tree as soon as the stream's
All
over.
right. So
now
open my dad.
Got to be on camera.
Comes the red paper. Ooh, nice.
Now I don't know if you have any of those.
I do not. Actually.
Okay, good.
I do not own any of them, but I have watched the Team 4-Star Bridge versions of them so many times.
Oh yeah, me too.
The
only one of those that I've actually seen is Cooler's Revenge.
It is a good one. It is a good one.
Good one.
Oh,
I don't know if it's dub or sub, to be honest, but
I would say that is
probably the dub.
You bought it at Walmart, right?
Maybe.
Definitely dub.
Yeah.
Hey, Walmart no carrying, no sub.
It's like no scrubs, but better.
This will go great in my DVD collection. That is ever growing. Actually, I'm getting ready to grow out a room on it. Actually.
Oh, really? You're going to have to move it in the garage.
I will have to. All right. Thank you.
No problem, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, man.
I couldn't think of anything more fitting.
Yes. Same with yours.
I can imagine.
Yes. No, I've seen that. I actually walked back to it because I was like, no, I'm getting this. I kept on thinking, I was like, no, I'm gonna get this. No, I'm gonna get this. No, I gotta get this. And I buying myself one with it too.
Good choice.
Yes. They had a Yoda one too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yoda's okay.
Yoda's okay.
Okay.
He's it's good with age. We'll say that.
Yeah. So for the top 5 movies, are yours in order? 5 to 1, least favorite to favorite?
Mine is in an order.
Okay.
I assumed we go each 5. 4.
Yeah. Mine are not in favorite order, so I will edit to be accordingly.
Okay. Would you like to go first?
Sure. My 5th, my lowest.
Okay.
Home Alone.
That is a classic.
It is.
That'd be top 3 for a lot of people.
I'm for sure, and it's my number 5. I like Home Alone. Don't get me wrong. Gotta love Home Alone, a classic Christmas story. You got John Candy in there, even that makes it 1,000 times better. But there's something about a sadistic 12-year-old torturing two guys trying to break into his house with blowtorches and nails in his steps.
It just actually screams today's society, really.
Right?
12-year-olds rule the world.
Right? If only he had Fortnite danced.
Oh my goodness.
He'd have had it all.
He could have started it.
Oh.
Joe Pesci. Love
Joe Pesci and what's his face? The tall guy.
Yes. What's his face?
I know his name.
We do that a lot.
I'm just flighty. Hold on. I got you.
This is why we have 2 screens.
What's Home Alone? I forgot the name of the movie. How
You
terrible
just
is
said
that?
Did Home Alone have a TV series?
Apparently.
Oh my.
Where are the actors? Come on. Daniel Stern. He's the other wet bandit.
Yes.
He's
one that had duct tape on his hands on the second one, right?
Yes.
Walking around just sticking stuff to it. Okay.
Yes. I like Daniel Stern. I've only seen him in a few things, but I think he's a wonderful actor. So Home Alone. Once you get into the sequels, it starts going kind of crazy. But the first one, classic, very good. Macaulay Culkin, pre-cocaine, good times.
Mm-hmm. They actually, I seen recently, they kind of did a redo of the movie for a Google ad.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes,
he orders pizza with Google and yeah.
With a much like Macaulay Culkin, after his long history of drugs and whatever he got into, it's really cleaned up good for the movie.
It did
for the trailer.
For the commercial.
Yes,
at least
he did a very good job for it. My number 5 is Jingle All the Way, the 1997 classic with Arnold Schwarzenegger and a little Annie, Jake Lloyd. One of my favorite.
Jake Lloyd?
Yes, Jake Lloyd played the son of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What? I've never seen this.
This movie also featured Sinbad as the as the mailman, John Belushi as a renegade underground mall Santa.
Jim Belushi.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's easy to get them confused.
But it says male Santa as James Belushi. Peculiar.
Phil Hartman. That's a good one. Wow.
So many great things in this movie. One of the best, I think, made for movie action figures.
I need to watch this movie.
Have you never seen
I've never seen Jingle All the Way.
Really?
And I'm just realizing that it might be the greatest mistake of my life.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie is, I don't know. I love this movie. So many memories for this movie. I watch it. I used to watch it every year when I was younger.
That's me with one of mine on my list.
Yeah. Oh, I could only imagine. Well, a lot of these movies are definitely under the rewatchable.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. I'll start off with number 4.
Okay.
My number 4 favorite Christmas movie is The Santa Claus.
Tim Allen.
This is what kind of started the whole Tim Allen Disney takeover thing. He did like 5 Disney movies in
because
not including the Santa Claus.
This one,
sequels.
Jungle to Jungle.
Great movie.
Was Joe Somebody a Disney movie? I don't think it was.
No, Joe Somebody was not a Disney movie.
Yeah, no, he had quite a few in this little.
He did.
In that little stretch.
Actually, it has a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's not bad.
And a 6.4 IMDb. DB.
You'll get there.
We'll get there. It's one of the earliest Christmas movies that I can remember. It came out 2 years after I was born. That's when my memories started forming and whatnot.
Yeah, right.
But no, one of my favorite Christmas movies. What would you say is your number 4 favorite?
My number 4 is going to be Elf.
Okay.
As far as Christmas movies go, this is the last one on my. No, sorry, I've got one more on my list that's actually a conventional Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
But Elf, I saw Elf a lot as a kid. Came out in 2003, so I was 10.
Yes.
Probably about the time that I started to lose Santa, somewhere in that realm there. But
Good transition piece for you.
oh, for sure. And I think this is probably one of Will Ferrell's best.
Yes. I actively tried to avoid putting Elf on my list just because Elf is on everyone's top favorite Christmas movie.
Good.
It's good. It's too good for the list.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I like the movie. I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
No, I mean, now apparently I'm just missing out on Christmas movies because I've not seen. What was that one?
The last one,
Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way. I've not seen that. I bet if I had seen that, it'd be on this list. An Elf would not be.
I don't know, with a 16% Rotten Tomatoes and a 5.5 on IMDb.
Yeah, but that's because the internet hates everything.
That is true.
Plus, it has Jake Lloyd in it, so they probably just hated it on principle.
Jake Lloyd does get a lot of flack just because, he was not what people wanted him to be.
No, but I mean, I like Elf. James Caan really captures the crotchety old man vibe, and they give you a good old payoff of Christmas magic at the end.
Oh yeah,
it's got everything you need for a good Christmas movie.
That it does. There was a lot of stars in that movie as well.
Yeah, doesn't it have Zoe
Saldana? I think I seen that just a second ago.
Zoe Dave Chappelle in it.
Who?
Zoe Deschanel? That's not who's in that, is it? Yeah, it is Zoe Deschanel.
Okay. I was thinking the wrong one. I was thinking Gomorrah.
Peter Dinklage. I forgot he was in it.
Was he really?
Yeah.
No,
he was. He worked at James Caan's office, and Buddy called him an elf.
Imagine that.
Go figure.
We got Colin responding in with his top favorite movie.
So I had to 8 Crazy Nights. I haven't seen that one in a while. I had to try to keep A Wonderful Life off my list, but I do like A Wonderful Life.
8 Crazy Nights. Is that a Hanukkah movie?
Ooh, is that a Christmas movie? He is Jewish.
He's very Jewish. It has a whole song about it. But since they take place in the same last 3 weeks of December, we'll let it slide.
Well, let's see what the internet says, so they can tell us if Colin is wrong or not. Is it a Christmas movie? There's Garland. There's a Christmas tree. Ooh.
This one came out, what, 2002? 8 Crazy Nights?
2002.
2002. And I feel like 2002 is when Adam Sandler was kind of reaching that plateau.
Yeah.
We start teetering off of being actually good.
I believe that.
A Year Without Santa Claus, number 5, Colin. I've actually not seen that movie.
Is that? Oh, you know what I should have put on here? I should have put on like Santa Claus versus the Martians or something.
Oh my!
One of those really crappy deep cut Mystery Science Theater 3000 films.
Wow, because I would not know what you're talking about. Then.
Oh man.
Jack Frost. Jack Frost. That's
wow. Mickey Rooney. Oh, it's animated. Okay.
Oh no! Actually,
I've seen this.
I have seen
this. It's been years, but I've seen this.
Actually, just watched the first part of this not too recently.
Wow. Huh.
That's part of that whole stop motion. Animated classics.
Yeah, it's with that one and what's that one? Rudolph and Jack Frost? No.
Yeah, Jack Frost was. They had other videos.
Frosty the Snowman. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Was Frosty a stop motion?
Yes.
I thought that was just pure animated.
No, you're right. Maybe it is just.
Yes.
Pure animated.
Mm-hmm.
I suck at Christmas.
No, you get better at it over the years.
Yeah, it happens.
Jack Frost. Is that a Bruce Willis movie?
Oh man.
I could have swore Jack Frost.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Hey, he's on my list in a minute.
Would you like to go ahead and announce your number 3?
I don't think that's my number 3.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will announce my number 3 while we do this. My number 3 is Bad Santa, 2003 classic.
Is that the one with Billy Bob Thornton?
Badass Billy Bob Thornton.
Whoa.
Takes on the roles. He does the mall Santa bit every year. just so that him and his elf partner, which his name escapes me, can rob malls every year. Except for this year he grows a little bit of a heart. It is a very dark, raunchy comedy, and it will warm your heart up a little bit, maybe with some rum, but it will warm your heart. It is rated R, so kids do not watch this.
Billy Bob Thornton's stash? Oh yeah, I've not seen it recently. He's got a really badass soul patch in this picture.
Oh my! Whoa, that is a soul patch and a half.
There you go. Anybody interested?
There's the soul patch.
Oh, nope.
Don't leave that.
Nope.
Oh, don't do that.
Here. Anybody interested? His main profile picture on IMDb has this
amazing
soul
patch.
patch. That's got to be a 20-year-old picture, even though he looks like he's 100. Anyway,
age doesn't do him well.
No, Bad Santa's. I've not seen that one either.
It is a funny movie. If you're into dark humor.
My number 3. Right, because I already done. Yeah, my number 3 is Die Hard.
I was hoping you would have this on the list.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie, even though Bruce Willis officially said in his roast on Comedy Central that it's not a Christmas movie, it's a Bruce Willis movie. But it shows up when you Google search Christmas movies, and Die Hard's right there.
I say it happens at Christmas. It's a Christmas movie.
Any movie that takes place during Christmas time, I feel like it's a Christmas movie.
There you go.
It's always undertone of the movie is that it's Christmas.
Yep.
My
number 2?
No, I'd like to talk more about Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard.
Such a quotable movie.
Oh, it is. I run into the we'll get together, have a few laughs when he's in the
Alan Rickman.
I run into that at least 10 times a week.
Alan Rickman.
Such a good villain. Oh, man.
One of his best roles.
Reginald VelJohnson's in this.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget him.
I actually did not know how to say Alan Rickman's character's name.
Hans Gruber.
Just reading it, like I was terribly mispronouncing it.
Hans Gruber. No, Die Hard's a good one. Very quotable. Spawned a billion sequels, but the first one, I almost wish they'd stopped at 1.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood.
Yeah, can't stop it.
Gotta be a dead cow. Mm-hmm. Gotta be a dead cow. Yeah, beat dead horse. Sorry, ruined the saying.
Whatevs. Cows are better.
Number 2 on my list is probably number 2 on a lot of people's list. 2000 classic, Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Who doesn't love this movie?
It's good.
This movie has stood the test of time of 2 decades already. I loved it growing up. My 4-year-old niece loves this movie already.
It's great. I've got it on DVD and VHS.
I got it on Netflix. So that's all I need. As long as Netflix never takes the Grinch off, I'm good.
Yeah. And
my niece is good.
I mean, it's great. It's Jim Carrey getting to be just as weird as he wants to be.
That method acting.
And that's how he does, man. And he tears it apart. It's great. He adds more to the character than the animated series ever did for obvious reasons.
Oh yes. I do personally believe that Dr. Seuss would be a fan of Jim Carrey's work.
I think so.
He just brings the character to life. Just does such a great job at it. What did you have for number 2?
My number 2 is Batman Returns. The second Tim Burton Batman film.
Which is a very good movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
If Die Hard's a Christmas movie, Batman Returns is a Christmas movie. You got Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken. Do I need to keep going?
That's such an all-star cast.
Are we on board yet? And it's great. The best Catwoman ever put on screen. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Halle Berry. You got nothing on Michelle Pfeiffer.
You got the looks, but that's about it.
You got Danny DeVito as the Penguin, which is by far the most disgusting, magnificent thing Danny DeVito has ever done.
If they ever do a Penguin, I'd like to see him come back at it.
Yeah. You got I think Christopher Walken actually plays Harvey Dent, right? Who is he supposed to be?
No.
He's some crooked politician, which makes me think of Max Schreck.
Okay.
He plays.
I was gonna say because I thought Billy D. Williams played.
He did. He was Harvey Dent in the first one.
Harvey Dent.
Yeah. No, Christopher Walken is Max Schreck.
Because he plays a pivotal role in that movie. He's in it for the lot of the movie.
Who's that?
Christopher
Walken. Oh yeah, he's the one who creates the Catwoman villain when he throws out a window.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that movie is great. Tim, the follow up there for the first. Just tap lower. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
The follow up there for the first Batman movie, I think, is spectacular. And this movie is what gives us the nipple suit Batman and Robin. And oh well, what can we do? What can we do?
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all. They can't all be zingers.
And since we're going to stay on the theme of movies taking place during Christmas, having the undertone of Christmas movies, my number one favorite Christmas movie is. A lot of people probably who know me personally probably guessed this. Iron Man 3.
I didn't even know this was a Christmas movie.
Iron Man 3. If Die Hard's a Christmas movie, Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
I'm with you.
Robert Downey Jr. as the lovable Tony Stark and his character development from all the way from 2008 until even what we have today in 2018. Not seen as one of the best Iron Man movies, sadly.
I think it's seen as the worst, right?
It's tied, I'd say, with Iron Man 2.
Oh, okay. That's
in personal opinion. There was definitely some things that they could have done that would probably have made it a little bit better. But, fans don't make the movies, sadly.
What can you do?
Write a petition.
Oh, yeah. Petitions are big this year. So does it take? Is there a Christmas tree anywhere in the movie?
There is a Christmas tree. There's numerous innuendos of Christmas. At the very end, they're mentioning Christmas left and right, pretty much.
Okay.
It definitely wouldn't. Didn't receive it being in a Christmas movie in the trailers. That was definitely one thing. But probably one of the cool suits.
For sure. This is when Tony's suits really go up a level.
Mm-hmm. He started with the whole autonomous putting together pretty much to the suits we have today now that we have the nanobots and all that.
Yeah.
What would you say is your number one movie?
A Christmas Story. This is the one, my family would watch this every year.
Classic.
It was the only one that my dad could tolerate, so it's the only one we ever watched.
Funny little snippet about the Christmas Story.
Okay.
In the movie Iron Man 3, there is a kid that actually walks up to him and looks just like the kid from the movie. And he's signing an autograph, and he looks over at the kid and he goes, I loved you in A Christmas Story. It's a Christmas movie.
That's great. It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas
I'm
movie.
on board. It's a Christmas movie. This one gets quoted a lot. Whenever I see the word fragile, I read it as fragile because it must be Italian.
I can see that.
Every time my dad goes to a Chinese restaurant, he says something about the food smiling at him because he's just like that.
Because the whole alleged cats and dogs thing.
At the end of A Christmas Story, they finally give up and just go to a Chinese restaurant because they're open on Christmas Day. They bring out a goose that still has the head.
See, it's been a long time since I've seen A Christmas Story.
So the dad in A Christmas Story is like, it's smiling at me, and the Chinese guy goes, oh, and pulls out a meat cleaver and just cuts the turkey, like the goose's head off, and it's great. It's great.
Gotta love that.
It's a good Christmas movie. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. It's a classic. Can't beat it.
Oh man, I can't tell you. I've heard that not too recently.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah.
Because you will shoot your eye out, kid.
You will definitely shoot your eye out.
What is this, week 16?
This is week 16. That wraps up our top 5 Christmas movies. Give you a quick rundown of ours. I had Jingle All the Way, Santa Claus, Bad Santa, Jim Carrey's The Grinch, Iron Man 3. What'd you have again there, Luke?
I had, and I might screw up the order on this, Home Alone Elf, Die Hard, Batman Returns, and A Christmas Story.
I think that was just about right.
I think it sounded pretty close.
So this week, wrapping up our favorite Christmas
I'm
movies,
going to close out
going
our
to-
Christmas stream.
we are going to transition to Week 16 of the NFL regular season. Most people out there are currently going through fantasy football playoffs. I sadly lost and no longer achieving the goal of championships this year. Battling for that third place entry, though. So
Okay.
interesting, actually, this week. This is the first week where we have not done a live stream and there's been a game going on. All games are being played on Saturday and Sundays now since the college football season has ended. And so let's go ahead and just start off with some picks.
Wait a minute. Where's the...
That's Week 15.
What have I done?
You're going the wrong direction.
Oh, gosh.
There you go.
How have I screwed this up? Wait, who's the...
There's no Thursday night game. Do you know who I just said?
No. I was just trying to see who the Titans were playing so I can write down who they were going to beat the crap out of.
Okay. Well, I think our list here is on the same order.
Pretty close.
So let's go ahead and start. I have Titans over Redskins.
Titans over Redskins.
I
just don't think the Redskins have it together enough to beat them. Titans have been hot this year.
Yes. The Redskins, I do believe, are on their fourth quarterback now since Alex Smith.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they had such high hopes coming into the last couple of weeks. They're still technically in the playoff race, but they're going to need a lot of help to get there. I have the Chargers over the Ravens.
Yes, I do as well.
Chargers have been hot right now.
Tearing it up the past couple weeks.
And they're trying to prove if they're the real deal or not.
I mean, they're going for it.
I would personally like to see Chargers in the Super Bowl, quite possibly.
I think it's a possibility.
They would complete the 2004 draft class of quarterbacks: Big Ben, Eli Manning, and him all at least getting to the Super Bowl. Big Ben and Eli both have two, but that's besides the point. That's a great draft class.
Good to know.
This is kind of a hard pick for me. It was Cowboys over the Buccaneers.
I chose it as well. My mom's a Buccaneers fan.
Really? I did not know that.
Her name's Tampa. She's from Tampa Bay.
Imagine that.
So she's a Buccaneers fan, of course. But I had to pick the Cowboys. Buccaneers.
They're just more. The Cowboys are sadly a more complete team.
They are.
And ever since the Buccaneers lost Fitzmagic and all his luster this year, kind of gone downhill. Even though I do need the Cowboys to lose so that my boys, the Eagles, can have a chance. But that's besides the point. For the fourth pick, this is going to hurt you a little bit.
Oh, man. Wait till you hear what I picked.
Vikings over the Lions.
I wanted to put the Lions on top so bad, but I had to pick the Vikings.
They're just the Vikings. They need to win.
They
need to win if they keep their playoff hopes alive.
The Lions do have a fighting chance. They were close last week. They at least scored.
At this point in the season, the Lions are pretty much playing spoilers.
Yeah.
Playing spoilers.
I believe that.
Number 6, I got Dolphins over the Jaguars.
I have the Jags over the Dolphins.
Really?
I do.
Really?
I think Jacksonville is going to surprise us.
This is for me, like most years, unlike last year, the Jags actually did something. The Jags are just trying to play for a better NFL pick. So losing out would probably be best for them.
Yeah.
Next, I have.
Well, didn't they have the first round pick a couple years ago and screw that up real bad?
They've been in the top 5 since 2000, pretty much, almost.
Oh well.
Next up, I have Browns over the Bengals.
I have Browns over the Bengals.
The Bengals are kind of struggling right now. Jeff Driscoll, even though he is a once Florida boy, is kind of struggling at quarterback with them, with Andy Dalton being out for the rest of the season. And the Browns are just coming together more as a team. They actually haven't had more than 7 wins twice in the past since 2000.
Wow.
So this is actually a pretty big milestone if they can get this win and see where Baker Mayfield has grown as a quarterback.
Good to know.
Falcons over the Panthers.
Where am I at? Panthers over Falcons.
Really?
Mhm.
Even with Cam Newton sitting out this week, or did you know that?
I knew that.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they went ahead and shut down Cam Newton for the rest of the year.
Oh man.
So he had some aching injuries, and they don't want to take a risk with their franchise quarterback. I don't blame them.
I don't blame him, but
Don't blame him at all.
it's not like he's going to get any better next year.
You never know. That's what the offseason's for.
Truth.
Jets over the Packers.
I have Packers over Jets.
Really? I figured you'd pick the Jets.
I like the Jets, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I feel like the Packers need this, and they know they need this.
They do. I mean, the Packers have been officially eliminated from the playoffs. So they ain't got to worry about that.
They need it for bragging rights.
They need it for bragging rights.
Their record's not looking too hot this year, and they're the freaking Green Bay Packers.
That they aren't. But I think this young Jets team will sneak a win out underneath them. I do believe it'll be a close game. Number 10.
Eagles over Texans.
Eagles over Texans. Now, this is a pure fan pick right here.
I mean,
the Texans been playing great. They've got a solid defense. Deshaun Watson's been doing great things for them. Eagles are back at home. Really need that crowd to get behind us. But I do think Nick Foles and the Eagles can pull one out underneath the Texans. I know if they could do that, they'd make a lot of AFC teams happy.
Oh, for sure.
With the Texans loss.
For sure.
Next up, I have Patriots over the Bills.
Patriots over the Bills. Do we need to talk about this?
Josh Allen's been playing good. It's still the Bills, though. It's still the Patriots. It's simple math right there.
Right?
Simple math.
Patriots have a hot streak this year too, right? Aren't they like?
Well, they lost last week. We both got the pick right with Steelers over the Patriots last week.
Yeah.
But I do think that they bounced back with an easy win this week. Next up, I have Rams over the Cardinals.
Ditto.
The Cardinals are the worst team in the league. The Rams are trying to push forward to lock up the number 2 seed.
They're like 11-3.
They are.
So if the Rams lose this, it's not good.
No.
They shouldn't lose
Which
this.
the Rams lost to the Eagles last week, so just saying.
Who else we got? Have you done the Colts Giants?
That is wow, did I leave that off?
Oh no. It's behind Lions and Vikings.
Oh, I
we just
completely
missed it.
skipped over it. I do have the Colts over the Giants.
I've got the Colts over the Giants.
They need to get this win and hope for that Texans loss so that they can get into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. What's next? Bears?
Bears
over the 49ers. Ditto.
I have Bears over the 49ers. Khalil Mack, the sack attack, heads back west to the Bay Area for the first time since the Raiders trade. He was originally Oakland, but 49er, the San Francisco and Oakland, they're right there next to each other.
Yeah, it's the same place, right?
Exactly. But I do believe they get that win, even on the road.
Yep.
Saints, Steelers.
Saints over Steelers.
Saints over Steelers. They did have a very dramatic win last week against the Patriots, but I don't even think that hot flame could extinguish the hot wave.
That is
Drew
the Saints.
Brees.
Yeah, he's breaking records this year.
He's broken a couple records this year and has a couple in sight.
I think he leads the don't get me if I'm wrong on this, but I think he leads the NFL in touchdown completions and passing yards or something this year.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He actually broke that record a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
For the 15th game of the weekend, I have Chiefs over the Seahawks.
Same here.
The Chiefs. This is a must-win game I see for them. You're playing a playoff caliber team on the road in a very tough venue, 12th man. You gotta get this win.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to prove that you're the real deal and want to progress farther into the playoffs than you have in many, many years, you got to win this game. This is the do or die time now.
Yeah.
For the last pick of the week,
the Monday night game.
The Monday night game is probably the most lackluster Monday night game we've had in a while.
Broncos and the Raiders.
I feel like we get one of these every year towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
But you can't really change it because the set schedule and all that.
It's almost how I felt about the Rams Cardinals when I was picking it.
Very true. But I do have the Broncos over the Raiders.
Same.
Divisional game. I think they'll win pretty handily behind Philip Lindsay. He's going to be trying to pad his stats, try to get that Rookie of the Year. Undrafted free agent rookie, and he is doing a great job.
Wow.
Running the ball. Really exceeded most expectations. A lot of people probably wishing they didn't pass over him.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But with that pick, that wraps up this week for Blue Ridge Nerd Network. Any announcements that we can think of? I don't think we actually had. I think next week we're going to try to bring the screen share back.
Yeah, we're gonna play with that a little bit, see if we can share some trailers and do some live reactions with you.
Look forward to doing a Hellboy.
Yes.
Doing a Men in
It might
Black.
be international.
And I think those are the two main trailers that I've seen released.
Right now, yes, but by next week we may have more.
That's very true. I know there's speculation of Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, I heard that was supposed to come out this month. The trailer.
I think that was actually supposed to come out the same week as Captain Marvel, but things happened. Things happened. We got the in-game trailer, so that's all that mattered.
That's for sure. Are we going to try to do the Aquaman review next week? I think with the holiday, I'm going to just throw this out there. That might be a little much.
I think it would be a little much. I don't want to put anything in stone just yet. I would say we do plan on taking a hiatus at the beginning of the year. We're not 100% sure whether that's going to be the first or second week just yet. We might take a 2-week hiatus. We'll let y'all know as soon as we know.
I'm going to try to get some upgrades, some better formats.
Yes.
Some more wall decorations.
Yes, we're working on that. Newest edition today is the Christmas lights. We had to do it. Christmas special, why not?
We have to. We got the hats. We got the lights.
We actually had another new edition, a Dragon Star original hit from Dragon Ball Super. I got that as a gift from a former coworker of mine. Met up at Outback last weekend.
Wow.
Yes. I told him that's exactly where we're going to put it. It was on the stream.
There it
is. But I think we hit with our plugs.
I think that's it. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram.
Our Instagram is Blue Ridge Nerd Network.
Our Twitter is @NerdRidge.
We actually
Nerd Ridge.
At Nerd Ridge.
No S.
We are working on getting our new banners up. Got a couple things in the work for graphic designs to put up. And I think that's pretty much it right now.
Sounds about right.
So I'm Dominic, and he's Luke.
And we'll see you next week.
Here we are signing off. 3, 2, 1.
Do I do it now?
Yes.